What's going on, Reds? Welcome back to UnitedPulseTV, the home of all things Manchester United. Big changes are happening behind the scenes at Old Trafford, and honestly, this could be one of the most important transfer windows we've had in years. So before we get into it, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments because today we're talking about why United suddenly have a huge opportunity in the transfer market, and why the timing of this summer could completely change everything. Heading into the summer, most fans probably assumed the Club World Cup would slow everything down. Usually when major tournaments happen, transfers drag on because clubs wait for players to return, agents delay negotiations, and prices rise after strong performances. But strangely enough, Manchester United might actually benefit from this tournament instead of suffering because of it. A lot of the players United are seriously monitoring are not involved. And that changes everything. It means the club has the chance to start negotiations early, sort out personal terms quicker, and potentially avoid massive bidding wars before the rest of Europe fully wakes up. That's why this summer suddenly feels different. Instead of waiting until late July or August and panicking, United finally look like they're preparing to attack the market early. And after the inconsistency of recent years, that's exactly what fans want to hear. One name that keeps growing louder around Old Trafford is Lewis Hall. Honestly, his situation surprised a lot of people. Many expected him to be included in England's tournament squad after the season he's had. But being left out may have accidentally opened the door for United. Because now Newcastle lose a little bit of leverage. If Hall had gone to the tournament and performed well, his price could have exploded even further. Bigger clubs would start circling, media hype would grow, and negotiations become harder. But now, United have an opportunity to move quietly and quickly. And when you look at the profile, it makes sense why the club likes him so much. He's young, energetic, technically sharp, comfortable progressing the ball, aggressive in duels, and modern enough to fit the direction United want to go under Michael Carrick. This isn't just about signing a left back. It's about signing players who can grow into the next era of Manchester United. And that's the key difference. Fans are tired of short-term fixes. They want players who can become part of a long-term project. Lewis Hall feels like one of those players. The midfield situation is where things get really interesting. United clearly want more control, more athleticism, and more creativity in the center of the pitch. One player heavily linked is Matheus Fernandes. Now, maybe he isn't the absolute dream signing at the top of the list, but there's a growing feeling that United seriously admire him. And once again, the fact he isn't involved in the international tournament helps United massively. Negotiations can happen sooner. Medical discussions can happen sooner. Personal terms can happen sooner. That matters. Modern transfer windows are all about timing. If you hesitate for too long, another club jumps in. And United cannot afford to repeat old mistakes where targets disappear because the club moved too slowly. Another interesting situation is Carlos Baleba. United already showed interest before, which means scouting reports are likely complete and groundwork may already exist behind the scenes. That makes potential negotiations easier compared to starting from scratch on a completely new target. Baleba brings energy, defensive intensity, physical presence, and composure on the ball, qualities United badly need in midfield. This is why recruitment matters so much. You don't rebuild a football club with one superstar signing. You rebuild it with smart decisions stacked together over multiple windows. Of course, supporters will always dream about elite-level signings. And names like Tchouaméni will continue to excite fans. That kind of signing immediately changes the level of the midfield. But United also need realism. Elite players cost huge money, demand massive wages, and attract interest from Europe's biggest clubs. So while fans dream about blockbuster arrivals, the club also has to balance the squad smartly. That's why this window feels important. United need stars. But they also need balance. They need depth. They need athleticism. They need hunger. And above all, they need recruitment that actually fits a football identity. The official appointment of Michael Carrick has added another layer of excitement around the club. There's genuine curiosity about what his Manchester United side could look like. Fans want aggressive football again. Control in midfield. Faster transitions. Better structure. Smarter pressing. And the transfer market is going to reveal exactly how serious this new project really is. Because managers can only do so much. Recruitment decides whether a rebuild succeeds or fails. If United back Carrick properly with the right profiles, this team could evolve much faster than people expect. There's still a long way to go before the season starts, but something about this window feels more organized. The club appear to be planning earlier. Targets seem more defined. Negotiations sound more prepared. And maybe, just maybe, Manchester United are finally learning from previous mistakes. Nobody expects perfection overnight. But fans do expect ambition. They expect urgency. They expect smart football decisions. And right now, the opportunity is there for United to take advantage while many rivals remain distracted by international football. The question is simple. Will the club finally move decisively? Because if they do, this could be the start of something serious at Old Trafford. But that's my take, Reds. Now I want yours. Which players should Manchester United prioritize first this summer? Lewis Hall? Baleba? Tchouaméni? Or somebody else entirely? Drop your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to UnitedPulseTV, and turn on notifications so you never miss any Manchester United updates. And as always, glory, glory Manchester United!